What's up, guys? Fire on the Mountain. All right, this is a really fun song to play, and it's a really fun song to jam to. And one of the main reasons it's so fun is because it's just two chords back and forth, so you can really hear how it sounds, how the notes sound over each chord. And you can find a scale and just kind of lock in and have a little fun. B mixolydian, a lot of you probably aware of that. But we're going to go a little deeper than that. We're going to eventually get to that mixolydian. But what we're going to do today is, step one is we're just going to work on the foundations of these chords, which is just the triads. So you want to be able to, for this lesson, you're going to want to be able to, you're going to limit yourself. We're going to limit ourselves to only playing the triads while soloing over these chords. And what that does is it gets you familiar with the triads. It gets you recognizing the movement between the 5 and the 4 chord in every key, because we've got B major and A major. That's the 5 chord of E major. And we never go to the E, but this is the 5 and the 4, the relationship between these two major chords, and this is the same way in every major key. So you can think about it, you're actually not just learning how to jam over Fire on the Mountain, you're learning to jam over a 5 and a 4 chord movement back and forth. So anytime that shows up in any song, you're going to be able to recognize and apply this information. So yeah, the basic idea here is we're going to play the triads all over the neck, and we're going to use them to solo. So I'll give a little example here, what it sounds like, and then I'll just give you kind of some exercises that you can work on. So when we're playing the B major triad, we're only playing B, D sharp, and F sharp. Okay, so that sounds kind of daunting if you just say it like that, but in reality, if you know your major chords, if you know your caged, this is what caged is. Caged, that caged shape is the 3 notes in a major chord, the triad. So whether it's B major, A major, C major, it doesn't matter. It's going to show up with the same pattern. You just got to shift it across the fretboard. So if we got this B chord, so there I'm just moving around. That's just the B major chord. And then we've got the A major chord. Now the thing is, we got A, C sharp, and E. Again, don't get too worried about the notes. It's important to know your notes. Don't short yourself on that. But the same pattern comes out. It's just a whole step down. So if I said something like this in B, say the same thing on there. You see how, so you can kind of move back and forth here. Now let me just show you what it sounds like if I play just the triads with this song. Just giving you a little example here. There's B, A, B, A, and then of course it'd be a really good idea to just practice moving with the chords for like rhythm guitar. Oops. So exercises. So how are we gonna incorporate this? How are we gonna work on this? Because this is not an easy thing to do. So what I would suggest is to get a metronome. Let's get a metronome here. I don't know how fast this song is. I got about 70 here. So this is 70 beats per minute. So metronome, don't be afraid of your metronome. Just try eighth notes. And just start with something simple. Start with a simple pattern. This E shape in the cage system. Oops. Maybe you just do quarter notes. Slower the better. You're learning, especially if this is new, learning new information, you gotta take it slow. There's this part of us that wants to go fast and learns this shit real quick, but that's not the way to go. So yeah, you can do that. That's just one note at a time, swimming around these triads, or you can just work on your triads in general. So for example, if I did something like get your rhythm chops up. This is all just the triads. I'm not thinking scales at all here. So this is a different way of approaching this. And quite frankly, if you haven't done this before, it's going to be extremely frustrating probably at first. But I'm here to tell you, you can do it, and you should do it, because lessons later down the road, I'm going to teach some more lessons on this. Excuse me. This is where we're building everything from. Because if I want to say something and end a phrase, or just using these notes, these are the stable notes, so that I can really kind of land and accent certain notes in the chords. It's a really cool effect, and this is ultimately what singers are doing anyway when they're singing melodies, and this is where melodies are born. So even if I did something like I mean, that sounds like a melody right there. Here we go. So that's just very melodic, and it's really nice. So I hope this helps. One little tip here: when you are working through these two triads, there is a half-step motion here that's really important to recognize. So if I'm playing the B triad and I get to the 3, I'm going to the A. Instead of going down, go up a half step, and you get to that. That's his money right there. That's the 3 of the B, which is D sharp, moves up to the E, which is the 5 of the A. So just to give you what this sounds like again. So I'm aware of that. I can target. Is that it? There it is up there. Messed up a little bit there. But anyway, you get the idea. Practice your triads. I'll probably upload some lessons about better ways to practice the triads, or just specific ways to practice triads all over the fretboard. But for now, put in the work, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.